All right, Jesus is on the main line. Now this is a really fun song to play. The bass, more or less, I would say throughout, is an alternating bass with a 6/4. But now what he does is he doesn't just stick the 4. It's not, it's a 6 brush. So I am dampening with my palm. So that's largely the base of it. If you look at my left hand, right off the bat, I will say that I do dampen also with my left hand, with my first finger, just following behind the slide, and I'm not pressing down. I'm just putting it there, and you can do that. You don't have to do that. I will say that for me, it's greatly improved my playing just with the control and the noise reduction. And the other case I'll make for it is that your finger has to move with the slide. I mean, so you might as well make use of it. It's right there, so you might as well just put it down and let it quiet out some of that ringing behind the slide. So it's pretty much a song that has one part that just repeats. So let me go through that part and we'll talk about it. So you can see there's a lot of noise, I would say, going on that opening part. So the only strings you're picking are you're alternating your bass. So you're only picking, on your right hand, you're only picking the bottom 2 strings. And you're just, if you take your slide and You know, you're not banging it, but if you just lightly put it on there and move it forward, you're going to get that sound. So what he does is he starts it off on the 2nd fret. Does that. And that's the first part of it. So starting off on the 2nd string of the 2nd fret, then he goes on to the 1st string 2nd fret as well, and ends. This is an open D. This is your home note. This is what you use to resolve. Is that 2nd string 5th fret. So that's the second part. So it's, and you're basically dancing, as I'd call it, in between the frets here. So you got your 2nd, and then you're just in between. You're not going up to the 3rd. You're just. So from the top. It repeats. That's all on the 2nd string, 5th fret to the 2nd fret. Repeats. So 7. Is that last part. And then you would just sing over that. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. And the other variation that he'll do is, instead of doing the 2nd string, he'll start on the 1st string, kind of doing that in between the 2nd and the 3rd fret again, that kind of in between, and he'd sing around that. If you're in trouble, tell him what you want. If you're in trouble, tell him what you want. If you're in trouble, tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. So that part one more time. And those are the basics of Jesus Is on the Main Line. So let's go to the split screen and we'll go through it together.